Regina, Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, estes nostra salve.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. There was a wedding at Cana in Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Jesus and his disciples were also invited to the wedding. When the wine ran short, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no wine." And Jesus said to her, "Woman, how does your concern affect me? My hour has not yet come." His mother said to the servers, "Do whatever he tells you." Now there were 6 stone water jars there for Jewish ceremonial washings, each holding 20 to 30 gallons. Jesus told them, "Fill the jars with water." So they filled them to the brim. Then he told them, "Draw some out now and take it to the head waiter." So they took it. And when the head waiter tasted the water that had become wine, without knowing where it came from, although the servers who had drawn the water knew, the head waiter called the bridegroom and said to him, "Everyone serves the good wine first, and then when people have drunk freely, an inferior one. But you have kept the good wine until now." Jesus did this as the beginning of his signs in Cana in Galilee, and so revealed his glory, and his disciples began to believe in him. The Gospel of the Lord. According to the Wine Institute's records for the year 2014, in the U.S., on average, each person consumed 2.80 gallons of wine. The total consumption of wine was 893 million gallons. We're a thirsty bunch. In Jesus' day, wine was a regular part of festivities. In today's gospel, a young couple celebrates their love and commitment for each other and has invited others to join in the wedding festivities. The vast majority of Jews in Palestine were poor. Wedding feasts and religious festivals were the sole source of rest from back-breaking labor and financial burdens. Wedding celebrations could go on for days. They took the place of the honeymoon, which was not a part of life in first-century Palestine, and often the entire town participated. So you really needed to plan ahead and plan well. Now, perhaps the couple in today's gospel passage did indeed plan ahead. But maybe they had far too many wedding crashers that they had not counted on. Whatever happened, the wine ran out. Mary, Jesus, and his apostles were there. Friends of the family? Who knows, possibly. What is known is that Mary, like any observant wife and mother, notices that there is a problem. Being a good Jewish mama, she finds out what the problem is. And her mind possibly went back to her own marriage, to her beloved Joseph, and how embarrassing it would have been for them if the wine had run out. What a stigma that would have been in their community. And so Mary, the first disciple of Jesus and the first Christian, goes to the only person who could take care of the problem, only to, it seems, be put in her place. They have no wine. "Woman, how does your concern affect me? My hour has not yet come." Now, Jesus is not being rude to his mother. But Mary had to remember that while God always hears and answers our prayers, they will be answered in God's time and in God's way, not ours. And her obedience at this will begin to undo the disobedience of the first woman in the Garden of Eden. Because of this obedience, Jesus does hear her prayer and answers it. Jesus, the God of mercy, would show mercy to this couple in a way Mary may never have dreamed of. 6 stone water jars are filled with simple, unassuming, and rather boring water, which was no easy task if you're the one going back and forth from the well to fill those jars. Given the size of the jars and the amount that each could hold, suddenly in today's money, the jars are now filled with $27,000 worth of wine. How? Because Jesus willed it, and because the servants obeyed Mary's instructions, do whatever he tells you. Maybe the wine of your life has run or is running out. The wine of financial security. The wine of family members remaining in the church. The wine of good health. The wine of friendship. The wine of employment. The wine of dreams fulfilled. The wine of trust. And what you are left with is the water of insecurity, the water of joblessness, the water of loneliness, the water of dreams shattered, the water of poor health and dire predictions for an uncertain future, the water of betrayal. If this is what you are left with, then listen to our good Jewish mama and do whatever Jesus tells you to do. And what is it that he tells you? Come to me, all you who labor and find life a burden, and I will refresh you. In other words, trust me. Now you might wonder, why should he want to do that for you? To be so merciful to one who has too often let him down, who has not paid much attention to his word, who has doubted his love. Why should he still care? The prophet Isaiah, in this morning's first reading, gives us the reason. Because the Lord takes delight in you. And he kind of likes you too. It's not for nothing that Jesus' first miracle occurs at a wedding celebration. God is no killjoy, no cheapskate or bump on the log. If he was a lifeless, joyless lump, who in their right mind would have invited him to a wedding of all things in the first place? Jesus himself announced that he came that we might have life and have it to the full. You deserve to be happy because you are a child of the King. And just as the couple were wed to each other, so Jesus wishes to unite himself to you, warts and all, to bring you healing, peace, and joy. So if you want to be truly happy this new year, do whatever Jesus tells you to do. Every day, place your trust in him. Put on your wedding garment, hold him firmly by the hand, and rejoice and take delight in each other. And may God grant you his peace.
Regina Celi, letare, alleluia, qui aquam meruisti portare, alleluia, resurrexit sicut dixit,